There is a place where all your fantasies are possible, where you can achieve everything you desire. Welcome to paradise, a structure of pure evil. Here you will be punished, tortured, torn to shreds. Some are looking for redemption, willing to risk it all, looking to dominate, looking for revenge. Make a deal with the devil, or cash in and cement your legacy. When it's over, it's a small price to pay to have your dreams come true. Become champion and survive the chamber.
Six men will enter, but only one will leave as the metalweight champion. Tonight, 6 men will step inside the Elimination Chamber to fight for the top prize here on Metal. Metal Tonight presents Ungovernable live on pay-per-view. And that is not all. We also have a huge grudge match kicking off the evening between the Prince and the Bruiserweight. And Pete Dunne will fight to the bitter end. And this is the first time he is competing in a match this year. And that is because of what Finn Balor did all the way back in January. Running down Pete Dunne with that sledgehammer in his car, driving it into the knee of Pete Dunne. Well, the Bruiserweight not sporting any protective equipment for that knee. Is that because he's healed? Or is that because he doesn't want to put a target on it? Regardless, you know that Finn Balor is going to target that knee tonight. But Pete Dunne is looking for revenge. And as the Bruiserweight waits in the ring, we now await his opponent. Enter the Demon. Here comes the Prince, Finn Balor. And Balor has been extra sadistic in his attacks on the Bruiserweight. Pete Dunne was the first man here on Metal to step up to Finn Balor and stand up to the Balor Club. And you see the jacket that Finn Balor is wearing. It is Pete Dunne's very own replica jacket that Finn Balor is using to psych out his opponent. And he throws the head guard to the floor as Pete Dunne stares intently at the Prince, who is ready for this matchup and it's underway. And look at that! Already! Finn Balor with a drop kick to the knee and stomping on it. And again, sitting down on that leg. And Balor working over the knee already to start this match. Pete Dunne is not 100%. He admitted it himself a couple weeks ago, but he will still fight with all he's got, as he's doing right now on the top rope. And look at that. The landing stuck the knee, and there you see the drop kick from Finn Balor. That knee buckling under the weight of Pete Dunne. Certainly not 100%, and Balor going in for it. The Tope Con Hilo over the top. Finn Balor with a dive. He can afford to take these risks. Pete Dunne cannot. We'll take a look at this again. A quick, frantic pace to kick off the evening in this grudge match to open Metal's Ungovernable pay-per-view. as Finn Balor continues to work over that knee, a springboard dropkick into the leg. And a sling blade taking Pete Dunne off his feet. And it may be academic from here. And you see Pete Dunne trying to get the blood flowing in that knee again. With a big chop from Balor, but comes back at him with the clothesline. But he is still favouring that knee. And now on the top rope, this time he connects. And an enziguri. Now goes behind, go for the German, but Finn Balor looking for one himself. Lands on his feet though. And opts for the uppercut to the back. Usually he connects with the kick. However, you can see that the knee is bothering him. So Pete Dunne improvising and trying to go for the X-Plex, but my God! Finn Balor stomping in the chest. Pete Dunne went for the X-Plex. However, Finn Balor with the full rotation to stomp in Pete Dunne, and the Bruiserweight now in a world of trouble with that single leg Boston Crab applied to the injured knee. The same knee that Finn Balor drove by in that car with the sledgehammer. And Pete Dunne gets to the ropes but drags him away for the paroxysm. Reverse neck breaker, in for the cover with a kick out from the Bruiserweight. The Brummy Brawler continues to fight, but for how much longer will that knee hold out? Finn Balor now with a dropkick in the corner. And it's academic. Finn Balor on the top rope. But Pete Dunne there to meet him. And oh my! Frankensteiner into the triangle choke. From the top rope. Now he's in the choke. Is Finn Balor going to tap out? The longer he's in the hold, and I was going to say the longer he's in it, the more chance there is of him passing out, but he gets to the ropes in the nick of time. Meanwhile, where is Pete Dunne going? Lands on the top rope, and the moonsault! Moonsault connects onto Finn Balor. And the Bruiserweight back in the contest. But that knee, it still has to play on his mind. Although it looked as if he managed to avoid too much damage with this move. Top rope moonsault to the outside. What an incredible opening contest. Full of grit and determination. With Pete Dunne hitting the X-Plex on Balor. And Dunne waiting for Finn to get to his feet. He's fought the Balor Club for months. And now he has a chance to break the fingers, but no. A rake to the eyes. And the Pele kick from Balor, who knocks Dunne off his feet. And now going to stomp on that knee. Look at that. Putting pressure on it. Oh, and that is just straight up disrespect from Balor. And goes for a second. But breaks the fingers. And on the shoulders now with the sit-out powerbomb. Sit-out powerbomb, is this enough? No. Finn Balor just about kicks out at 2. 2.5. And now Dunne wants to hit it. The bitter end, maybe, no. Finn Balor turns it around into the Bloody Sunday. The Bloody Sunday from Balor. And now he's going to go to the top rope. Pete Dunne in a lot of trouble. Coup de grace. No. Big time punch. And the bitter end. And it is a bitter end for Pete Dunne as he successfully defeats Finn Balor and gets his revenge here tonight. Well, the knee may not have been 100%, but he fought with his heart and his soul, and Pete Dunne is victorious. Months of fighting the Balor Club have culminated with a win here tonight at Ungovernable. Well, Pete Dunne, despite the knee causing him issues, managed to crack out a couple of big moves, including snapping those fingers. He went for the bitter end. Pete Dunne, though, got reversed into the Bloody Sunday, and when Finn Balor went for the coup de grace, Dunne leapt to his feet with that huge forearm and then the bitter end. The bitter end for Finn Balor, who is now looking over himself and questioning his decisions. Despite driving down Pete Dunne in that car, Finn Balor could still not keep the Bruiserweight away from competition. What an incredible opener to a hot pay-per-view. Pete Dunne victorious over Finn Balor. Well, the Bruiserweight celebrates, but will the Olympian celebrate tonight? Kurt Angle, live here tonight, goes one-on-one with Jon Moxley. A match that's been brewing since September when that man, Jon Moxley, made his return to Metal. Since then, we've seen Mox and Angle exchange words, exchange holds, but tonight they finally compete in one-on-one action, and I cannot wait. And I'll tell you what, I also can't wait for this upcoming contest. Our first title match of the evening, the Women's Championship, being defended here tonight at Ungovernable. And introducing first, the challenger, Total Stratusfaction, guaranteed, Trish Stratus. She won a triple threat match against Sasha Banks and Nia Jax to get here. But it's not as simple as that, because she's about to go one-on-one with the baddest woman on the planet. There is the music of the rowdy Ronda Rousey, the NLW Women's Champion since the start of the year, where she broke the arm of Ember Moon and took her title. The very next week, Becky Lynch was found attacked backstage. Ronda Rousey, though, denies having anything to do with it. But the fact is, two of the top women in this company being taken out within 2 weeks just goes to show how Ronda Rousey has taken control of this division. And she underestimates Trish. Trish, however, has made a point about telling Rousey not to underestimate her. Trish Stratus, after all, was the first ever women's champion in this company. As the bell sounds, and oh my! Chick kick! Chick kick can do it, no! Oh my god, I thought we were going to have a record-setting title match. Trish Stratus hitting the chick kick, and now the Fez press. And Ronda Rousey is shocked. Ronda Rousey has been rocked by Trish Stratus, but look out for the V-trigger. The jumping knee to the face and a spear, and now Rousey has just been pissed off royally. Look at her going after Trish now, and the rampage begins. Release German suplex, landing Trish on her neck. Well, Rousey now, relentless. Look at this, going for a Samoan drop with a crucifix bomb and a kick out. Trish Stratus, look at her, ducking the clothesline and a drop kick to Rousey. Trish Stratus pulling out all the stops here against the former UFC champion. Look out, crossbody off the top. Trish impressing tonight, but she cannot let Rousey catch her breath. She must continue to attack, as she's doing now. On the top rope, but into a powerbomb. Rousey caught her out with a powerbomb, coming off the top rope. And now Rousey, look at the fury, the pure aggression in her face, as now she is choking out Trish on the top rope. And now lets her go, finally. But she is remorseless, vicious. And wait! Getting caught out with a Hurricane Rana. Trish Stratus with her head scissors takes her down. And Trish wants the chin kick again. No, right into the arm drag. And the Samoan drop, and now Rousey looking to put it away with the arm bar. But Trish punches her way free. And a back. I don't even know what to call that. A black mass kick. Now Total Stratusfaction, no! Right into the armbar, and she's wrenching back, and Trish Stratus has no choice but to tap out. And Ronda Rousey retains the Women's Championship. This match was fought at a frantic pace, but ultimately it is Ronda Rousey escaping with the Women's title. Ember Moon, Becky Lynch, and now Trish Stratus all have fallen to the Women's Champion. We will take a look at this again. The arm drag, then the Samoan. Ronda was going to lose right there. However, Trish Stratus came back with the Total Stratisfaction Bulldog. However, it was Ronda with the armbar to secure the victory. And you know what? Trish Stratus put up a hell of a fight. That opening chick kick very well could have spelled the end for Rousey's title reign in one of the most shocking upsets ever, but Rousey pulled through. Rousey proving that she is the baddest woman on the planet. She is still the NLW Women's Champion. But you realise that on any day, she could be upset. However, the question is, who can stop Ronda Rousey, the baddest woman on the planet today? The action continues here at Ungovernable with this Intercontinental Championship contest. And making his way to the ring first, the Architect, the Messiah, Seth Rollins. And Rollins, since making the jump to metal, hasn't had the string of luck he perhaps would have enjoyed. Although he did say he was going to challenge Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn, to his credit, doesn't back down from a challenge. And therefore, we got this match tonight. Although, if you saw what happened on last week's Metal, you would know that perhaps there's some tension between the two men. And it's understandable. You got a big time title match on pay-per-view. I wouldn't expect them to be best buddies. But even so, Seth Rollins saved Sami Zayn from a beatdown at the hands of Minoru Suzuki when Suzuki was going to use that Intercontinental title to hit Sami Zayn. And when Rollins was holding the title, there was a bit of a misunderstanding. He handed the title back to Zayn, but Zayn snatched it back. He wasn't happy with Rollins holding that title. And you know what? He wouldn't be happy with Rollins holding the title tonight either. Question is, can Zayn retain? Or are we going to have a new champion? Seth Rollins, his credentials are a very long list. He main evented WrestleMania as the world champion. And tonight, he faces Sami Zayn, who is in a record-setting reign as Intercontinental Champion as this match begins. A couple of shots being traded and just feel out process here. They've got massive amounts of respect for each other to these two as they trade covers. And again, kicking out, but a big time lariat from Sami Zayn. Both of these men fan favourites. You have to say the fan opinion of these two is probably split 50-50 tonight. And Sami Zayn goes after him. Lands on his feet. Meanwhile, Rollins back in and a sling blade to Sami Zayn. And now Zayn in trouble. Look out for some... Oh, wait a minute though! Seth Rollins went for the drop kick, the springboard, but he got drop kicked in himself. And now Sami Zayn on the top rope, springs to it, cross body, rolls through into a pin, but a kick out from Sami Zayn. And now Rollins with a running blockbuster to Sami Zayn, working over the neck, setting up for the curb stomp finisher. Now places Sami Zayn on top. Zayn punches his way free. Sami wants to go for him. And now the Blue Thunder Bomb. Blue Thunder Bomb, it could do it. No, it's a kick out. And that's usually the precursor to the Helluva Kick. That's how he won the title. And this again drives him into the corner with the Exploder. And Zayn wants to put it away early. You don't get paid by the hour here. And went for the Helluva Kick. But Seth Rollins moved out of the way. And Sami Zayn falls to the outside. Off the ropes. Coming at him with a tope suicida through the second rope. Taking down Sami Zayn. And now they're thrown back in. And Rollins, he's not a former world champion for nothing. That's why he's immediately going to the top rope, taking advantage, hooking the leg, but a kick out from Sami Zayn. Seth Rollins, don't forget, is a former Intercontinental Champion here in this company. A title which he held very proudly and defended against numerous legends, but Sami Zayn, not intimidated, he went for the ripcord, but instead, code red from Sami Zayn. And that stunned Rollins, who is now recuperating on the outside. I think he perhaps underestimated Zayn, as you shouldn't. Look at that! Tornado DDT through the second turnbuckle, spiking Seth Rollins right on his head. Now Rollins, look out for Sami Zayn with a tope con hilo over the top. Sami Zayn wiping out Seth Rollins and basking in the glory of this audience here tonight. Hope you're enjoying watching the pay-per-view at home. I know I am as I'm watching this action. Look at that again. Sami Zayn with a tornado DDT. Then this, flying over the top, crashing onto Seth Rollins. Meanwhile, Sami Zayn waiting for him. Oh, but there's Rollins to meet him there. Suplex and a Falcon Arrow. Such fluid motion. He is a joy to watch in the ring. But he is too tired to capitalise, going for the buckle bomb now into a sunset flip and a kick out, but a kick literally to the face of Sami Zayn. And Zayn not loopy. Look out, in place for the curb stomp, but misses. And a tornado DDT from Zayn. And the Intercontinental Champion has the momentum back on his side. Rollins in the corner. Zayn looking for the Helluva Kick. No! Into the buckle bomb. Wrist control and the ripcord knee. And now Rollins senses it could be the end. Oh no! Big time Western Lariat from Sami Zayn. Rollins can't connect with a curb stomp. And now driving him into the corner. Rollins knocked loopy from the clothesline. Helluva Kick. No! Wait a minute. What happened there? Sami Zayn holding his groin, and look at that! Curb stomp! And we have a new champion! I am very confused as to how that one ended, but nevertheless, I guess we got a new Intercontinental Champion. And it was quite abrupt, I have to say. I think we're going to have to look at the replay of this one. Again, it was an incredible match up to that point, including that curb stomp missing and then this tornado DDT. He went for the Helluva Kick but caught with a buckle bomb and then the ripcord. That's the setup to the curb stomp. However, Zayn came back at him with that Western Lariat. And then this. Let's take a close look. Oh, right there. Sami Zayn missed the Helluva Kick because Seth Rollins blocked it with his elbow, and it just so happened to give Sami Zayn a low blow, but I guess the referee didn't see it as a low blow. Well, Rollins is smiling, he's smirking, but Sami Zayn, I think, is not very happy that that was a low blow. That was, I don't know, you have to admit, it could go either way. Was it intentional, was it not? I don't think so, but judging by the smile on Seth Rollins' face, it's almost as if he meant it. Well, Seth Rollins, regardless of all that, is the new Intercontinental Champion. No shortage of confidence from the women's champion Ronda Rousey, who's now leaving the building, it seems, and oh my God, there's Becky Lynch! Becky Lynch is back! And Ronda Rousey looks like she's seen a ghost! Well, we haven't seen Becky Lynch since she was found with a broken arm backstage a couple of weeks ago. And now she is back. And Ronda Rousey has continuously denied having anything to do with it. Well, what a return. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a very intense matchup. Just like the intense hatred that Becky Lynch has for Ronda Rousey, Hangman Adam Page and his nemesis Cody Rhodes are going to go to war in this dog collar match. The first ever dog collar match in NLW history. Well, Hangman Page, the protege of Nature Boy Ric Flair, tonight goes it alone against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. These two men used to be the best of friends. They were in the Four Horsemen together, along with Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. However, Ric Flair said to Cody, "You are a loser," after losing the Intercontinental Championship. And now Cody is going it alone. He is doing things the right way. Hangman Page, meanwhile, is still under the tutelage of Ric Flair. And Ric Flair has been doing everything in his power to get to Cody Rhodes. And he has already got the dog collar on. Ric Flair said he wouldn't interfere in this one. But Cody Rhodes and Hangman finally getting a one-on-one matchup. And this dog collar match is underway. They are tied at the neck. The only way to win is pinfall or submission. And look at that. Hangman pulling the cord and the rope that keeps them together, pulling it into the ring post. This way they will not be able to escape each other. As Hangman goes after Cody with a fall-away slam. Kips up. Another shooting star press. Hooks the leg. And a kick out from Cody. And a vicious whip. It was a couple weeks ago on Metal. Cody and Ric Flair had that brutal no disqualification match. And it was Hangman Page who cost Cody Rhodes, but there's a disaster kick. And in fact, Brandy Rhodes, Cody's wife, had to throw in the towel for Cody. But there will be no towel throwing in this one. It is 1 fall to a finish as Cody Rhodes brings in the hardware. The table. I'm not going to go for a suplex maybe. No! Oh, look at this now. Hangman Page kicking the leg out from under Cody Rhodes and now hanging him over the top rope. That's why they call him the Hangman, and look out for the moonsault. The moonsault from Hangman as Cody Rhodes still suffering the effects of being thrown over the top, and look out now! Powerbomb through the table. Well, Adam Page powerbombing Cody Rhodes with such force to break the table as they continue to batter each other here. First the moonsault from Hangman, and then the powerbomb through the table on the outside. And now the back suplex from Hangman, and using that rope to choke out Cody Rhodes. But Cody gets his way free. And Hangman now in trouble. Oh, look out! Crossroads coming! But Hangman rolls out of it. And now he went for a springboard maneuver, but remember, that rope around his neck, Hangman used it to pull him down. And now goes for the buckshot, but gets caught with a stunner. Gets caught with a cutter, I should say. But it's only a 2 count. And now Cody on the top. And this time the moonsault is successful. Cody Rhodes wiping out Hangman Page. And he's going to take off the weight belt. And he's going to whip Hangman like Hangman whipped him. Oh, look, wait a minute. What is this now? It's Ric Flair. And now going for the Deadeye, but into a code red. And there's Ric Flair to stop it. Remember, no disqualifications, but Ric Flair going back on his word. He said he wouldn't interfere. And now Brandy. Brandy out here with a steel chair. And oh, for God's sake. Don't you put your hands on her, you SOB. Ric Flair with his hands on Brandy Rhodes. What is this? My God, it's the Natural. The Natural. Dustin Rhodes, Cody's brother. And he takes out Flair. Cody getting some backup. The Hangman now from behind. And Hangman wipes out Dustin like he did Arn Anderson 2 weeks ago. And now comes in with a buckshot. But turned into the Crossroads. And Cody Rhodes wins this dog collar match. Cody Rhodes, after months of being tormented by Ric Flair and Hangman Page, by being kicked out of the Four Horsemen, Cody Rhodes proves that going alone was the right choice, winning this dog collar match. We'll take a look at the replay here. Cody wanted to use that weight belt on Hangman, but Flair went back on his word and interfered anyway. He saved Hangman and he put his hands on Brandy Rhodes, which was absolutely despicable. And then, surprising all of us, Dustin Rhodes evened the odds, and that allowed Cody to hit the Crossroads. And Cody Rhodes is victorious. And now Ric Flair berating Hangman Page as we have a brotherly embrace in the ring. You love to see it. Well, Hangman Page doesn't like to see it. Dustin Rhodes has Cody's back. He is making strides here on Metal to do better. And my God, he's done it. He wins with his family by his side. Flair and Hangman retreat as Cody wins the dog collar war. It has been 3 years since the Hardcore Championship has been defended in NLW. Tonight, the championship makes its return with 4 of the most intense hardcore athletes in the world battling for the right to become the Hardcore Champion. And it is exclusive to Metal. And about to make his way to the ring, the Man-Beast Rhino, who is no stranger to hardcore. After all, the last ever original ECW champion, Rhino knows how to get down and dirty in these types of matches. Well, the hardcore title, there you see it. Who is going to walk away as the champion? We're about to find out. And now the second competitor being accompanied to the ring by Jake the Snake Roberts. It is the exalted Brody Lee. Look out for Rhino coming over the top with a crossbody crashing down onto Brody and Jake. Rhino and Brody have been fighting for months now, ever since Brody debuted on Metal. And we still have 2 men to go. But the bell's already sounded. Braun better get down there quick, because Brody and Rhino could end it here. Well, the match has begun already. And Braun Strowman, the Monster Among Men, wait a minute, look out! Rhino pressed down to the outside. And from behind with that steel chair is Bobby Lashley, the protege of Minoru Suzuki. But look out for Brody Lee with a tope through the second rope. Wipes out Rhino. And meanwhile in the ring, Bobby Lashley with a chair shot to Braun Strowman. Lashley and Strowman, they've been fighting recently. Oh no! Whoa! We nearly had a new hardcore champion. Bobby Lashley with the spear through the second rope, through the table. Cutting through Brody. Look at this again. From out of nowhere. Bobby Lashley flying and crashing through the table. And meanwhile, Rhino with a trash can. Oh, wait a minute. Braun, though, blocks it. And Rhino tries the gore, but gores the trash can instead. And now the missile drop kick. And if you've ever seen a man that size kip up with ease. But Bobby Lashley with a kendo stick. And now lifting him up. My God, the strength. And the power slam from Lashley. And that's how he eliminated him from the Battle Royal a couple weeks ago. And Braun's not forgotten, that's why these two have been fighting. Remember, force count anywhere, no disqualifications in this hardcore fatal 4-way. Lashley though, thrown over the top and crashes through the table. Braun Strowman had it scouted, and Lashley flies through the air and crashes and burns, and look out for Rhino. Rhino with a chair shot. We're going back to our roots here with this hardcore matchup, and look at the concoction of chairs being set up. Not a superplex from there. The last time they did it, they broke the ring, and Brody with a sunset bomb. Tower of Doom goes in for the cover, but dragged out by Bobby Lashley. Well, good grief. They are four monsters battling each other here in this match, and look at that. Bobby Lashley with the barbed wire bat, and now Jake the Snake with the barbed wire board. And Brody trying to block the barbed wire bat, but he couldn't block that shot from Bobby Lashley. And look at Jake trying to win on his man. And Lashley caught out. Oh my God! Powerbomb through the barbed wire. Bobby Lashley powerbombed through the wood, through the wire, and it's sticking to him. Unbelievable. Look at this again. Lashley tried to go for a diving attack, got caught out with a powerbomb, and Brody drove him through the barbed wire. And now more tables on the other side of the ring. But what is Rhino got? He's got a bag of something over there. Oh no, it's Funtax. Funtax now from Brody. I should say from Rhino, who lays them out, and now he's going to go and charge at Braun. Oh no! Oh my God! The sidewalk slam onto the bob on the tax, and they're sticking to Rhino now, and a ladder from Brody Lee. There is no chance to catch a breath in this one, as Braun Strowman laid out on the table, and Brody Lee with an elbow drop from the top of the ladder. And Brody in for the cover. And look at, there's Minoru Suzuki to break up the cover. Minoru Suzuki not even a part of this match, but he is the manager of the Destroyer Bobby Lashley, so he wants this one to continue. Again, from a great height, Brody dropping the elbow. As Lashley on the other side of the ring, setting up the table. But here comes Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake has seen enough, and Jake the Snake now, a sleeper applied on him. But turns it around. Oh no! Oh, the DDT! DDT on the tax. Jake pulling out the DDT on those tacks, taking out Minoru Suzuki, but a spear through the table. Lashley spearing Jake the Snake. And look out for the gore. Gore from Rhino, but breaks up the cover as Braun. Strowman making sure the match continues. What an incredible hardcore match we are witnessing. What more will it take? Will it take this? Oh my God, the strength! And the top rope power driver onto the chairs. Braun Strowman taken down. This is absolutely incredible. And still, we don't know who the champion will be at the end of this one. And there's a low blow from Suzuki, trying to help his man Lashley. What the hell? That's fire! The table's on fire! And a spear through the flaming table! Goes in for the cover, but look out for Brody Lee! With a moonsault and the ladder! And in for the cover! And Brody Lee's done it! Brody is the new NLW Hardcore Champion! What an insane ending! Brody Lee flying into screen with the ladder and takes advantage to become the Hardcore Champion. Well, look at the replay of this incredible Fatal 4-Way. First, Lashley got thrown over the top. Then he got put through the barbed wire by Brodie Lee. Rhino felt the thumbtacks. Brodie with the high risk off the top. Then the pile driver on the chairs. And finally this. Flaming table, spear, but out of nowhere, Brodie Lee coming with the ladder and the moonsault. Absolutely incredible. But Lashley still feeling the effects of this one. Brodie Lee stands there with the title in hand. You know what? Hats off to all four of these men. They put up a hell of an effort. But at the end of the day, it was Brodie Lee who took advantage. And quite frankly, it's well deserved. And Brodie Lee is the new Hardcore Champion.
The best go out on top. No one will ever beat you for that Hardcore Championship. You're a Hardcore Champion for life, and you're a champion for life. Thank you, Brodie. Your work here is done.
Our next contest has been brewing since September. And finally, in one of the most anticipated matches in metal history, we are finally going to see it here tonight as Kurt Angle makes his way to the ring. The Olympic gold medalist with a vendetta against the Lunatic Fringe, Jon Moxley. Moxley made his debut, his return to metal by attacking Kurt Angle, and since then they have been at war. Moxley said it wasn't personal before, but it is now. And I cannot wait to see these two warriors, two of the best in the world, battle for supremacy. Kurt Angle with an intense stare in his eyes. And here comes the violent, the sadistic Jon Moxley. This past week, not even a wall of security could keep these two men apart. They brawled throughout the arena, and tonight should be no different as Moxley makes his way to ringside. It was voted Moment of the Year last year in the Slammy Awards when Mox returned, and he has since then been on an undefeated tear throughout metal. He's beaten the likes of Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and now he wants to add Kurt Angle to that list. But Kurt Angle is no pushover. He has only lost a handful of matches in this company. In fact, he went undefeated in this company for nearly 3 years. That is the man who is Moxley's biggest rival at this moment. Now the bell sounds and this hugely anticipated match is underway. And Moxley goes behind. And an arm take off the ropes and a big time clothesline from Moxley. And Moxley here has got the height advantage. A couple of inches over Kurt Angle. In for the cover. Oh, look out! Kurt Angle with the ankle. Ankle off applied but rolls through very quickly. And that is what Angle is good at. He can hit those maneuvers in a flash. And now Moxley going for a tope, but misses the clothesline. And a German suplex from Angle. And now a second from Angle, and he's going for the trifecta. But there's an elbow to free himself. And a big time clothesline in the corner. And here it comes, X-Plex. That release suplex and going to choke him out again. We've heard these two men, what they've had to say in shoot interviews recently, and you know, Moxley, he said, if it wasn't personal before, it is now. Angle has made it that way, and Angle, he went for the suplex, but Moxley's foot is under the bottom rope. They're going for it. Oh, he went for the belly to belly, but Moxley now biting Angle. Moxley biting his way free. And look out for Moxley! Tope Suicida. The suicide dive through the second rope, wiping out Kurt Angle. And Moxley is an unstoppable force as this matchup kicks it into another gear as we take a look again at this huge Tope Suicida. I think Kurt Angle may have hit his head on the back of the announce table there and thrown into the barricade for good measure. And oh, now he wants the paradigm shift on the floor, but driven into the steel stairs and a belly to belly on the floor. Did you hear the impact as Moxley's spine hit the concrete? And thrown back in now as Kurt Angle continues his dominance. The ankle lock applied in the centre of the ring, but again rolls through it, a double clothesline. Both men down. They have been very well matched thus far in this contest. How long will that be though? Who can take the advantage? It looks like Moxley at the moment. There's a back elbow off the second rope now. Big time clothesline. He's back to his feet. Oh, but he fakes it. And now goes for a lariat. No, angle slam coming. No. Paradigm shift. Paradigm shift coming. No, but he's over the top. And now both men on the apron. A precarious position to be in. Oh. Again, still trying for that paradigm shift, but turned around. Jumping on the apron. No, lands on his feet. And now he's got him by the head and a head plant driver on the hardest part of the ring. Driving Kurt Angle's skull on the ring apron. Now a knee into the spine and drives him into the steel stairs. And what is Moxley planning now? A paradigm shift through the announce table, but turned into the angle slam, but breaks the ice. And Moxley avoided that one narrowly. But here comes Kurt Angle. Back at him. Oh my God! Belly to belly suplex through the announce table. And Kurt Angle is a wrestling machine. Look at this again. There is nobody in the business who does it better. Look at this. The belly to belly from the ring apron. And the distance and height he got, throwing him through the announce table. And Kurt Angle now, ascending the turnbuckles on the top rope. Moonsault, picture perfect. But a kick out from Moxley. Moxley kicks out at 2, just about. He's going for a German and oh, good grief. He flipped him. He lands on his stomach from the German. And this is where Kurt Angle goes into beast mode. Look at this now. Angle slam coming. No! Turn into the headlock choke. He's made many men tap out to this in the past. And he is choking out Kurt Angle. Is Angle going to pass out or submit to Moxley right here? But back to his feet. And he went for the angle slam, but the snap dirty deeds. That snap dirty deeds maneuver. And now in for the cover. But Angle kicks out. It happened so quick that I barely had time to register it. And luckily for Kurt Angle, Moxley didn't have the time to make the cover. And it garners a 2. Now they're on the outside. And what is Moxley planning? Moxley, oh my, he's scaling the stage. He's scaling the stage and off the stage with the elbow drop. Jon Moxley risking it all and jumping from the Titantron. And Kurt Angle got wiped out. Again, hanging from the top of this stage, climbing the scaffold and jumping with the elbow. Moxley will do anything if it means he gets the bragging rights over Kurt Angle here tonight. And oh wait, Angle sprinting to the top. The belly to belly, but a kick out from Moxley. What more will it take? Moxley on the floor, and now Kurt Angle with the ankle lock. Ankle applied, wrenching on it. And a roll through. He's trying for the paradigm shift, but back dropped over, and now Kurt Angle going to try and choke out Moxley. He's choking out Moxley in the ropes. And now he finally releases the hold. Would have been disqualified otherwise. And now picks him up. He's standing on that second rope. And oh my God! Jesus! What a freaking German suplex! And now the Angle slam! And Moxley kicks out! And now the ankle lock held! The ankle lock applied in the centre of the ring! Moxley has nowhere to go! He's biting his fingers! Trying to not succumb to the pain! And Moxley holding that leg! And wrenches back! Pinfall! But a kick out. And now again goes to the ankle, but kicked free. Now in the corner. Misses the diver now! Dirty Deeds! And Angle kicks out. Somehow, some way, Kurt Angle kicks out the Dirty Deeds. This match is unbelievable. On the second rope. Paradigm shift. And Jon Moxley defeats Kurt Angle. Good Lord, what a match. Between two of the best in the world today, and they proved it right there. Jon Moxley with the victory over the Olympic gold medalist. Well, Moxley's banged up, he's bruised, but he has emerged here tonight as the winner. My God, well, I have to take a look at this incredible action again. This belly-to-belly Angle leaping from the top, and then this German suplex landed him on his head. I thought it was over after this Angle slam. Then Moxley had the wherewithal to counter the ankle lock, turned this into a Dirty Deeds. Angle still kicked out, and then from the second rope, a brutal looking paradigm shift, dropping Kurt Angle on his head. And he's had neck problems in the past, and that's just going to exacerbate it. With a victory here, you have to believe that Moxley could potentially be in line for a metalweight title match. After all, the Elimination Chamber, our main event tonight, perhaps the winner may face Moxley. We'll see, though. It's the Fiend! The Fiend is here! And he lays out Kurt Angle. We heard what he said on the Firefly Funhouse. He said he would be here at Ungovernable. And Kurt Angle taken out by the Fiend. My God. Well, folks, our main event is still to come. It is the Elimination Chamber match for the metalweight title. Who is leaving this sadistic structure as the champion? Find out up next in our main event. And there you see the metalweight champion, Tetsuya Naito, about to defend that championship inside the chamber. What are his chances here in our main event? We're about to find out. It is perhaps the most dangerous structure ever devised. 2 miles of chain, 4 solid plexiglass pods. 6 men will enter. Only 1 man can leave as the metalweight champion. Who is it going to be? Our Ungovernable main event is right now. And about to make his way to the ring first, he is the metalweight champion, Tetsuya Naito. He won that title by cashing in Money in the Bank on Samoa Joe, and since then he's beaten everybody who there is to beat. In fact, he didn't even want to compete in this match. He threatened to sue the commissioner, but the commissioner retorted and said that if you do not compete in this elimination chamber, you will be stripped of the metalweight title. So that is where Naito is at. He does not want to be in this match, but he has no choice. And it is going to be brutal, perhaps the most brutal match that Naito has ever competed in. And this next competitor is no stranger to brutal matches. The Rated R Superstar Edge. He's been undefeated since he came to Metal, and one of his victories came over Kurt Angle, thanks in part to Jon Moxley. And there's been a budding relationship between the two as of late, suggesting that if Edge wins this match, then perhaps he'll give a shot to Jon Moxley. We'll have to see and wait until that materialises, but for now, Edge will take any opportunity in this matchup, as will this risk taker. The Shaman of Sexy, John Morrison, who holds a pinfall victory over Tetsuya Naito. Much to Naito's chagrin, Morrison has his number. You know, and look at him. He is staring daggers in the Metalweight champion. No love lost there between these two. Remember that incredible dive off of the balcony a couple weeks ago. And now, here comes the King of Strong Style. From Kyoto, Japan, Shinsuke Nakamura. He is looking for redemption. On our last pay-per-view offering, Enter the Dragon, Nakamura was sent flying off the stage in an NLW title match. Now he has been drafted to Metal. Can he capture the Metalweight Championship? He too has been on a roll and has really gotten into the mind of Drew McIntyre, costing him several matches. And he's also no stranger to these intense matches as we await the final two men in this match. He is the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre, suffering his first loss only 2 weeks ago thanks to Shinsuke Nakamura and Edge. He'll be wanting to get his hands on those two, but more importantly, he wants to put the momentum he's gathered into practice and win the Metalweight title here tonight. He is perhaps the odds-on favourite, and I wouldn't bet against him. Although, as we've seen, he is not invincible. But McIntyre, very close to it, and he is going to start this matchup against the Samoan submission machine, the former Metalweight champion. His name is Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe competing in his first match since being suspended by the commissioner for attacking Tetsuya Naito. In his last match, he had a Metalweight title contest against that man, Tetsuya Naito, where Naito got intentionally disqualified to keep his title. After that, Joe went ballistic and got suspended as a result, but he is back and he is ready to compete in the Elimination Chamber. 2 miles of chain surrounding them, and this war has begun. McIntyre and Joe locking up to start this match, and a belly-to-belly already from McIntyre. And the Scotsman, look at this, already tuning it up, wanting to go for that Claymore, but Joe fights back. And off the ropes, and a back elbow from Joe, who delivers a senton to McIntyre as well, and staring again at Naito. You know that Joe wants to get his hands on Naito in the worst way. Powerbomb to McIntyre and right into the Boston Crab. Boston Crab applied on those huge legs of McIntyre, and now into the STF. And you recall that Samoa Joe came back to Metal winning the Last Chance Battle Royal to qualify for this match. And now, McIntyre with that big time lariat to Joe. He qualified, did McIntyre, by beating Chris Jericho. They're both capable of being the champion, but who is going to win out as we start this match? The Coquina Clutch rolls his way free. Very evenly matched. We're only a minute or two away from our first entrant from one of the pods. And oh my god! Huge headbutt. They call it a Glasgow kiss where he's from. Headbutt knocking out Samoa Joe. And now he's stirring, but moves out of the corner. And an Enziguri in the corner as well. Samoa Joe running off the ropes with a big time lariat, sending Joe inside out. And now the countdown is on. Who will be the next entrant in the Elimination Chamber? And it looks as if it's going to be the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. He main evented WrestleMania, and now he wants to main event here and win the Metalweight Championship for the first time. Nakamura with the roundhouse. And again, going after Joe, and a front-facing suplex, a gutbuster on the steel. There is no give whatsoever on the outside there. And now Nakamura is driving the boot into the face of Samoa Joe. And you can tell that John Morrison over there wants to get his hands on Nakamura. They fought this past week in that massive brawl, and look at that, he went for the kick. He got his leg caught in the cage, and Samoa Joe takes advantage. And Nakamura falling out of the cage. Well, Joe trying to catch his breath, and look out for McIntyre! Oh my goodness! McIntyre went for the Claymore, and the same thing happened. He gets his leg caught in the cage, and look at Joe now climbing the cage to try and work on those legs, but look at the leg strength! Oh my god! Belly to belly deadlift onto the steel. McIntyre on fire in this Elimination Chamber. In fact, McIntyre is the only one of these 6 men who has previously competed in an NLW Chamber match. Of course, he was a different man then. As you see right now, the absolute power of McIntyre with the belly-to-belly on the steel, and then the reverse suplex. And now, Future Shock DDT! First elimination coming, no. Nakamura kicks out. Japanese strong style and European stiff strikes. In the ring right now, Joe still suffering after that belly-to-belly. And backdrops him onto the steel, does Nakamura. Spine first went McIntyre on the steel grating. There is no protection once you leave the ring. Everything can be used as a weapon. The cage can be your friend, it can also be your enemy, as McIntyre found out there. And now the countdown is on again. The 4th man to enter. Who is it going to be? Naito, Morrison or Edge? And it is the Rated R Superstar. The next man in the match who boots Joe in the face. And now look at Edge. All the momentum on his side. He's the fresh man. Spear in the corner and an execution DDT to Drew McIntyre. Well, Edge and Nakamura fighting on the outside. Oh, again! Backdrop onto the steel. Well, they worked together 2 weeks ago to make sure that McIntyre lost his match to Jon Moxley, but now it's every man for himself. And again, I hate to keep bringing it up, but Moxley and Edge, what is the relationship between those two? Because they seem to have been helping each other as of late. Of course, Moxley can't interfere in this one. After all, he had that brutal match against Kurt Angle earlier tonight, but now the submission. While McIntyre's head was in the cage, and now Edge's head is in the Coquina Clutch. Samoa Joe has it on, but a jawbreaker. And now Samoa Joe on the outside. And what is Edge thinking? Edge lining him up. Oh my God! Good Lord, a spear! Spear through that plexiglass pod. The glass shattered, and Edge spiking Samoa Joe. And Joe may be out of it. Joe may be done for here in this chamber. Look at this again. The spear through the pod. And Joe is done for. Look at him. He'd be lucky not to get away with that many lacerations. And now Edge wanting to put away Nakamura. Looking for the spear. But on the shoulders. And the Michinoku driver. And you see McIntyre. The pain etched on his face as Nakamura catapults Edge into the steel. The chain surrounding the ring. Nakamura in the ring wanting the Kinshasa, but at the same time McIntyre hit the Claymore at the same time that Nakamura hit the Kinshasa. And that means neither man is able to go for the cover here. And now we count down to our next entrant. Who is it going to be? And here he comes. Charmin the Sexy. Parkour Master John Morrison. Look at that corkscrew. Corkscrew splash. And a disaster kick to Nakamura. And now Morrison going after Edge, but Edge trying to escape from Morrison. And now Edge going to the top of the pod. Morrison wants him though. And look at this. Naito still in his pod, grabbing the legs of Edge and crouching him on the top. Look at the athleticism of Morrison. Oh my God. Edge thrown 15 feet in the air to the floor, and look out for Samoa Joe. Joe's back up. Edge in the Coquina clutch, and he has no choice but to tap. Edge is the first elimination in this Elimination Chamber match. Well, Edge took one opportunity too many to escape, and it cost him big time. Naito grabbing the legs, and then the athleticism of Morrison jumping to the top of the pod and throwing Edge down. And he got caught in the Coquina clutch, and Edge is the first elimination. And I honestly was not expecting that. And Edge wasn't either. And meanwhile, look at this. Nakamura in the commotion, connects with the Kinshasa. And a second. Could it put away Samoa Joe? Oh, Claymore! Claymore kick from McIntyre, and Nakamura's gone. Nakamura, just like Edge, has been eliminated from the chamber. 2 eliminations in quick succession. And this Elimination Chamber, the dial's been turned up to 100. Look at this again. Went for the Kinshasa. But out of nowhere, that Claymore, no one kicks out of it. And that means that Nakamura has been eliminated from the contest. And we're down to 4. One of the men hasn't even entered yet, but he's about to. And Samoa Joe knows it. And now the countdown is ended. And Naito must exit his pod. And Joe is waiting for him, but look at Naito. Naito wants nothing to do with Samoa Joe. He is locking himself in the pod. And he is keeping that pod door shut so Joe can't get to him. Oh my God! Look at that! Samoa Joe booted the glass in. And they're throwing Naito into the glass. Samoa Joe wants his hands on Naito in the worst way. But he also wants that championship. And meanwhile, look at the, again, parkour skills on display. Morrison like Spider-Man on the cage. And a crossbody onto McIntyre. And meanwhile, here comes Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe and John Morrison had that altercation in the locker room a couple weeks ago. But look out now! Flips over, has the pin with a kick out. An incredible reversal to the Coquina clutch and a knee from John Morrison. And McIntyre back on his feet, but not for long. Naito wiped out. And oh no! That was not good for John Morrison. That belly-to-belly overhead sent him an extra rotation. But McIntyre, you can see on his face, he wants to put it away with a future shock. Another one to Samoa Joe. And is the Claymore coming? Claymore on the way. But Joe had it scouted with a big-time Western Lariat. And he takes Drew McIntyre off his feet. And it seems as though the toll of this barbaric main event has already been shown. And look at this. John Morrison, he's climbed to the roof of the chamber. And shooting star press from the top of the chamber. Using the chain like monkey bars. And diving from the top. Meanwhile, an extended Starship Pain. But here comes Naito with a Destino. And Naito eliminates Morrison. Morrison with all the momentum on his side, and Naito can't help but pose. Well, Naito got up and seized the opportunity to get the pin. And now we're down to 3. Look at this again from the top of the chamber. The shooting star press onto Morrison. And then that Starship Pain, but Naito was right there to get him from behind and hit the Destino. And now that Naito sees that McIntyre and Joe are prone, he's going to go in for the kill. The combination in the corner. Boots to the face of McIntyre. And Joe sent into the steel. And look at this. Oh my goodness. Catapulting Samoa Joe into what remains of that glass pod. Shards of glass. And everything there. And now, he went for the reverse Frankensteiner, but instead a front-facing Alabama slam on the steel. McIntyre, amazing strength to reverse that into a front-facing Alabama slam. And the Claymore coming. Waiting for Naito. Here it comes, Claymore, no! Destino! Destino V2! Oh, but a kick out. He didn't get the full rotation on the Destino. And that means that McIntyre was able to kick out. But Naito now wonders, what more does he have to do? The Destino didn't do it. But where is he going now? And Naito climbing to the top of the pod. Naito! Moonsault misses! Moonsault from the top of the pod. Misses his target. And Samoa Joe with a muscle buster. And Naito is gone. We are guaranteed a brand new Metalweight champion. The reign, the historic reign of Tetsuya Naito is over. And it was all because of this one mistake. Going to the top of the pod, missing the moonsault and getting hit with that muscle buster. Allowing Samoa Joe to eliminate Naito, and he is leaving the arena tonight without his Metalweight Championship. And it is going to go into the hands of one of these two men. McIntyre and Joe. We started with these two, and we're going to end with these two. Battling it out to see who is going to be the Metalweight Champion, and Joe thrown into the cage. McIntyre throwing Joe into the side of the steel. And now on the outside, a belly-to-belly on the steel again. The Scotsman and the Samoa Joe battling to see who's going to be the top dog here on Metal. And McIntyre climbing the side of the cage. Is he going to dive? But look out for Samoa Joe with a sunset bomb. Landing McIntyre right on his neck. And Joe waits for him. Here it comes! Muscle Buster! But McIntyre kicks out. McIntyre somehow kicks out of the Muscle Buster. What an incredible match we're witnessing. But it is not over yet. Or it might be now. Cookie the Clutch. Locked in. Oh, but turn around into the Future Shock. McIntyre scouted it. And this is the setup to the Claymore. He eliminated Nakamura early in the match with this. Goes for it again. Claymore, no! Right into the clutch. Joe had it scouted. Koki the clutch. But McIntyre back to his feet and drops him on the steel. Joe doesn't know where he is. His head knocking the steel. McIntyre going for a clothesline, but off the ropes into the Claymore! And Joe kicks out. Oh my God, Joe kicked out. Joe has become the first man in this company to click out of the Claymore. And McIntyre not going to let it happen again. Going for a second, but Joe into the powerbomb. Cover, no. Oh, no, look, he's trying to block it. Trying to block the clutch, but he can't. McIntyre in the clutch. There's nowhere to go. He's fading fast. And he's out! He's out! Joe! Joe has done it! Samoa Joe is the new Metalweight Champion! My God, what a match! What a match! Samoa Joe, the new Metalweight Champion! He holds that championship proudly. It's been a long, long journey. 18 months without the Metalweight title that was stolen from him. And finally, here in the chamber, he has won it back. The Claymore couldn't do it. Right here, you see it. Joe kicked out, then the second into the powerbomb, right into the Kokida clutch. And Samoa Joe, it was academic from there. And look at McIntyre, sporting the wounds of a brutal, brutal elimination chamber. Samoa Joe is the top dog once again. But as I look at McIntyre, you have to believe his pursuit of that title isn't done. A historic day for NLW Metal as Samoa Joe reigns supreme as the new Metalweight Champion.